Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black slap. What do that mean?
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Niners are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. This will be fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. So it'll be a touchback, and that ball will be placed at the 30. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. A run by Pacheco on second down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. The Chiefs at 7-1 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 38 now. Here's second down and 7. They fake the give. Now Mahomes rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for KC. 52 yards. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
54's Mike.
They'll run here with Pacheco. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's 2nd and 7. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2nd and 7. A handoff running right, Garendo. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. They have 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
But that's not a call you see every day. The toss play inside their own 10-yard line takes a little bit of brass right there, and they're able to get a little bit of yardage.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Taken right around the 44. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Mahomes now on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
You look at this Niner defense.
They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Garendo.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Back to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Once more, it's Pacheco.
He tried to bounce it outside, but that going nowhere from the start. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Flush to his right.
And no sidestepping that hit. He's going to be brought down hard, and it also sets up 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And we are tied at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They'll set up to throw. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Harris. And the 49ers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On play action, they'll throw. Going for the deep ball. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, 49ers.
Ricky Pearsall
from 13 yards out.
And the Niners will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes the score 14-7.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. This one fielded in the end zone. He'll opt not to bring it out. A touchback, and they'll begin at the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get into field goal range.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They go play fake. Mahomes. And that will be incomplete as well. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
No, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at all.
Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Ready? 19 Chargers, 19 Chargers. Everyone got four down. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
They go play action here on first down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And this one fielded in the end zone. It will be returned, so it'll come out to the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Again, it's Pacheco.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco.
Give him 2 on the play there. Good enough for a Kansas City first down.
That right, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our